Gemini, what's going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Gemini love reading. Today we are going to do a little something different for a change. And today I'm going to take a look at your romantic person of interest and how they really feel about you, what they're thinking about you. I'm going to go a little bit deeper and take a look at what their intentions are toward you here in February 2024. And because you know how people are, what we intend to do, what we actually end up doing don't always match, I'm going to go even deeper still, and I'm going to take a look at what their most likely actions are going to be toward you moving through February 2024 and beyond. Then I'm going to get you some advice from the universe on how to best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person, like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, kind of how you should play this in a way so that things work out the best for you and your own greatest good. So let's get started here and let's get 3 cards for how does Gemini's romantic person of interest really feel about Gemini here in February 2024. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, what underlies their feelings here? The High Priestess. This is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she knows everything. She doesn't always tell us everything, though. Sometimes there's stuff we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff we don't need to know until it's time, at which point she clues us in through intuition, gut feelings, signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages in them. This is like that divine knowing, that your internal connection to spirit, source, the universe, all that stuff. So there's some sort of intuitive draw here. Like this is usually in a relationship reading, this is like her gown is blue, represents water, and as it flows off her leg off the edge of the card, it turns into a waterfall. So she's the source of all the water in the tarot deck. She's the source of all the intuition, all the love and emotions. Every card that has water in it, that water originates from her. So this is usually a connection that, at least for your person, feels deeper than just something physical. It feels deeper than just something emotional. Underlying that intuitive knowing about you, feeling pulled to you, we have the 3 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy, excuse me, of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. Typically what you would be building together in this would be the 10 of Pentacles. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the 10 of Pentacles is your person's first card. So there's some element here of being pulled to you, wanting to build something with you, where you're working together as equals, and underlying that is some sort of a heavy burden being carried. The 10 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. It's a completion card. So while this is some sort of a heavy burden here for your person and they're feeling it, this is supposed to be the spot where they lay that burden down and they move forward without it. Not sure what's burdening them. I'm going to go one deeper. The Empress. Birthing something new. She's the mother of the tarot deck. She's perpetually pregnant. She's always giving birth to something. So in a relationship reading, this is either the birth of something new, as in birthing a new connection, or this could be rebirthing something, as in if there was a problem between the two of you, maybe that's what this burden's about. Maybe they're burdened because they're trying to rebirth something with you, and they feel pulled to do that. Yeah, the Lover's right behind that Gemini Major Arcana card. This is a powerful connection in terms of how they feel. Just want to be clear, this is not God or spirit or source or the universe or however you personally view that beaming down a message through me that this person is the one for you. That's not what it means when you get the Lover's card here. This is more, it's in their feelings about you. It's underlying their feelings. It's under the surface 5 cards deep in their feelings toward you. So they feel the power of this connection. They're aware of it. It's just not top of mind. It's under the surface here. It's in their unconscious. This is, they're feeling it. Now, when I look at their actual feelings that came out, like I said, 10 of Pentacles is their first card, 8 of Swords, 9 of Cups. 10, 8, 9. We're a little bit out of order here. Something's out of step. 10 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. This is most people's goal in the physical world. This is like combining together of 2 people or 2 families and all their assets and resources to build this stable, abundant, prosperous, happy home life that we all want. It's like the combining together of lives here, building a life together. We saw this teamwork and collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. This is typically what you're trying to build together. Eight of Swords is Gemini energy. This is them being stuck in their head, grinding on something over and over again on this repeating loop in their mind, not having all the answers. Like you can see the person's blindfolded, they're bound up, they're not sure what to do here. They don't want to make a mistake and do the wrong thing, so they keep looping on something and grinding on it, trying to figure out, what do I do here? This usually ends up, if it goes too far, it's like it's overthinking something is what this is, and it can go too far and get obsessive. This can go too far and like it becomes like a self-imposed mental prison of their own thoughts. In other words, the way they're thinking about it, it makes it worse than what it actually is. Kind of becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy sometimes. They have something that they're stuck in their head about related to combining together with you, or maybe even related to finances. I'm not sure. I do have Pentacles card here and some burden attached to that idea. Final card in their feelings for you, Gemini, Nine of Cups, Pisces energy. This is about being emotionally single, emotionally independent. It's like not needing an external person to make me feel whole, or needing an external person to make me feel happy or make me feel loved. I don't need another person to make me feel anything, because I can do all of that for myself. Excuse me. That's a good energy to be in. It is also a card of wish fulfillment, in the personal wish fulfillment sense of things. This is usually someone who is emotionally single. Could be this is the exact energy you want to be in order to manifest someone that is also in the Nine of Cups, that doesn't need you any more than you need them. And they seem to be doing that right. Now, on the negative side here, this can sometimes represent a person who's a little self-centered, who's sometimes smug. Everything's about me, myself, and I, and like my own personal happiness and wish fulfillment. Although I don't really have anything out here yet that would indicate that. That's their feelings toward you here in February 2024, Gemini. Let's take a look at what this person is thinking about you. What are they thinking about Gemini in February 2024, please? We got some flipped in the deck here. Where'd you go? There you are. Make sure nothing else. Got you. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their thinking about you, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is usually like a wife type of an energy. Like it would be the wife, the mother, like the centerpiece of this Ten of Pentacles, home, family life, the person that would manage and run that. And she works together as equals. We've already seen that Three of Pentacles. She works together as equals with the King of Pentacles in order to build that. So they're thinking about you in this like wife type sense, mother type sense. Like maybe wife's the wrong word. They're that person that I want to build my life around. I have strength right behind that. This is Leo energy. This usually indicates that there is a difficult situation going on for your person here, and it's requiring all of their internal strength in order to make it through that. They have the strength to make it through. They're just kind of being forced to dig down inside themselves to find it and use it. Now, another thing it could mean is, it could mean if this person is trying to tame this beast inside themselves. In other words, they have this urge, this desire, this thing that they want to go charging after, and they're trying to rein themselves in. They're trying to hold themselves back and not let themselves run off and do something that might be some kind of a mistake. It's trying to like tame that piece of themselves. Maybe because of this card, Death is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. This is an ending to something. It's something dying so it can be reborn again in a different way. This is like massive change, transformation taking place, some usually painful transition period here. It could be that they're trying to hold off so that they don't kill something, so they don't make some kind of mistake. It could be that they're going through the death of something here, like this painful transition period, and it's really difficult, and it's related to wife type of an energy here. Ace of Pentacles behind that. That's a new opportunity presenting itself. It's a physical, tangible opportunity, something you can touch. It's the seed of abundance. It's the seed that can ultimately grow into this Ten of Pentacles that's out here in their first card. It's not the Ten of Pentacles. It's the opportunity that could grow into that. It's going to take work, time, effort, and energy to get from this seed to that full-blown 10. But there is potential here. And that's the real thing about the aces. Their potential, if you don't grab this, and if they don't grab this and do something with whatever this opportunity represents, it's just wasted potential here. Now, that's their underlying their thinking about you. What in their actual thoughts, we have the Sun, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Wands. The Sun is Leo energy. This is happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Like, you really can't get a better card than the Sun. It's the happiest card in the deck. They have happiness tied to this idea of combining together. A lot of times I'll see this for people that are living together or are married or are spending so much time physically together that they kind of might as well be. I do have a wife type of an energy here, and someone being stuck in their head potentially about being single. Starting to have wondering here. Definitely thinking about you in this happiness sense. If you look at how the solar system is put together, the sun has all the gravity and the planets orbit around the sun. So it's like stuck in your orbit here. Happiness tied to you, this happiness tied to this idea of being combined together. We got the Wheel of Fortune next, which is a change in the luck and fortune here. Sometimes this is the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny. So it can represent a fated event. They could be thinking that this is who I'm supposed to be with. I get all this happiness from you and I'm supposed to be with you. It could represent that. It is tied to this overthinking that they're doing. This could be someone who doesn't want to make a mistake here and screw something up with you. Now, this is sometimes this dramatic turn of events where if things were going great, then the wheel spins the other way and things go to hell in a handbasket sometimes. Sometimes it's the opposite of that. Things are going bad and this is the wheel spinning the other way and things go good. Like, to me, these cards are saying like some sort of a cycle of overthinking something. To me, this is feeling like conscious mind trying to get in the way. We saw that High Priestess card on the bottom of the deck that is underlying their feelings here, their intuition, their feelings guiding them. This could be like consciously interfering in unconscious stuff and having a pattern of doing that. Definitely have elements of wish fulfillment and happiness tied to you. This Page of Wands is, and pages are messengers, so this is news and messages and communication about passion and desire. Be passionate messages. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool card, so it's a more toned down version of the Fool. So this is someone who's not really just going to like jump off the cliff willy-nilly and figure it out as like, oh, this is someone who's got the willingness to take the first steps down a brand new path towards something they have passion and desire for. This could be communicating passionately with you. This could be like expressing to you what it is that they want, what their wish fulfillment is. It's definitely moving toward this energy of Queen of Pentacles, like wife type energy, person I'm building my life with type energy. That's their feelings and their thoughts. Let's take a look at their intentions. What are this person's intentions toward Gemini here in February 2024, please? What are their intentions? Whoa, 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 whoa. We got way too much here. We got way too much. Try and keep these in the order. Okay, normally I get 3. I just got 6 for them. Underlying their intentions. I'll be danged. The Fool. This is the very first card of the Major Arcana card 0. It's the first card of the entire tarot deck. It's new beginning at something. Like, new beginning. This is also about like taking the blind leap of faith on something. Like, I know what I want. I don't need to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before I take the first step. I don't need to know how this is going to work out before I take the first step. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to leap off this cliff and I'm going to worry about how to grow wings on my way down. High Priestess. They're feeling guided toward you here. Someone feeling guided toward you. Like, this is a deep connection for them. I've seen the High Priestess twice. The Lovers was in there. The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress was in there. It's out here again. There's that Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy of building something together, working as equals to build something together. Ten of Wands, some sort of a burden that they're carrying. I don't know if that's a mental burden or what. Yeah, patience, temperance is under there. Sagittarius major arcana. That Ten of Wands is also Sagittarius energy. This is patience. This is like trying to blend these two things together to make something new, but being willing to do it little bits at a time and not being a big rush about it, being willing to like take a step back and look at the big picture and then come back in and make some fine-tuning adjustments to that. This is sometimes an energy of reconciliation. Water represents love and emotions, and here the water, the love, has been separated into two different cups, and the angel's recombining the love back together, so it can represent reconciliation here. This is looking more like they're carrying some heavy burden for probably a while now, having to be really patient with that. Now, when I look at their actual intentions, again, I got double what I should have. I got the Empress. Let me move that out of the way. I got the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Then I got the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups. A lot of love and emotions right there suddenly, all clumped together. It's interesting, there's some sort of a wall in the way of getting to that love, and all of that stuff is extra. In their intentions, we have the Empress here. So this, again, is the birth of something new. They're intending to birth something new with you. They're intending to just go for it and jump off the cliff because they're feeling so guided to you. Now, this, like I said, it can represent rebirthing something. So if this is a situation where you've had a problem with this person and now they're trying to fix things, or this is them trying to get with you to begin with. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is a period of time where they're taking this pause to reflect and take stock of this connection, take stock of the situation they're finding themselves in. And what they're trying to do is decide if these seeds that have been planted between the two of you is ever going to grow into this Ten of Pentacles that they really want. Is this worth me putting in all my time, effort, and energy into this? Or is this a spot where it's not going to pan out and maybe I should cut my losses and move on? So this represents a period of time where they're reflecting on those types of things. This is in their intentions, though. Another meaning to this card is like the seeds have been planted. It's not fully developed yet. It's not ready to harvest yet. So he's waiting on something to fully develop. It could be that. I do have a card that can represent divine timing right above it and them being stuck in their head. It's like they're intending to birth something new with you. And they may have gone through a period of time where they've had to think about this carefully, probably overthought it here. And maybe they're waiting on the right timing to take this step. I have the Nine of Wands, which is more Sagittarius energy. This is a card of being defensive about something. It's also a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior. He's been hurt, hence the wall he builds around himself. It's his defense mechanism. It's his way of protecting himself so he doesn't get hurt again or so he doesn't continue to get hurt. This is someone who doesn't want to be hurt, and they're trying to protect themselves so they can heal and get their energy right and take the next step in their journey. I got wish fulfillment, the willingness to take the first step down a new path towards something that they have desire for, and then this wall that they build themselves. Like, this can represent a barrier in the way. And like, in terms of the wall, like, we all build emotional walls to protect ourselves. All of us do that. The thing that you usually find is your wall is kind of like these sticks in the ground. Like, that wall isn't protecting him. If I wanted to get to him and hurt him, I could barrel right through that wall. I could turn sideways and slide right between the sticks and get to him and hurt him. So the wall doesn't really protect us like we think it does, but it does make a pretty damn good cage or a fence to keep you away from the thing that you want. And the thing that this person wants out of you is a whole bunch of cups, a bunch of love and emotions. I got the King of Cups. This would be Pisces or Scorpio energy. This is a person who has a lot of love and emotions for you. They don't always wear their heart on their sleeve, though. The King of Cups doesn't always publicly broadcast how he feels about something or what he's feeling. So this could be a person that is madly in love with you and you would never know because they've never really expressed that. Could be that they've been waiting on the right timing here, waiting on the right timing and stuck in their head grinding on something, trying to figure out what to do so they don't make a mistake, because wish fulfillment is tied and happiness is tied to this idea of birthing something new and taking the next step and expressing what they want. But they just run into some kind of a wall, and it's probably some emotional block that they have here. This would be a person who, like, they love you and you don't really know because they don't express it, or it could be a person who's going through emotional turmoil and you don't really know because they don't express that, and it's not really like you're gonna pick that up off of them most of the time. Next we have the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love and emotions. So this person is intending to birth something new with you and wait for the right timing and continue to hide and probably not express themselves until it's time, in which case they're going to try to get this new beginning in love and emotions with you, an opportunity for the thing that could grow into the Ten of Cups, that happily ever after that we want. Two of Cups, Cancer energy. This is a love connection between two people. This is, I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected. But it is a two, and in tarot, twos represent choices or decisions. So this is a decision about this connection. It's a decision about probably when to offer the cup. Is it safe for me to offer this cup? Is it safe for me to express my feelings here? Trying to get to this connection ultimately, and it looks like they're going to just say screw it and go for it. At least that's what they're intending to do. Now, what people intend to do, what they actually follow through with and take action on, are sometimes different things. So let's take a look at what this person's most likely actions are going to be toward you through February 2024 and beyond. What are this person's most likely actions going to be toward Gemini, February 2024 beyond? Suddenly they don't want to talk. Okay. Let's get two more. What are this person's most likely actions going to be toward Gemini? Thank you. Bottom of the deck, what's underlying their actions? Ten of Wands. Sagittarius energy of heavy burden being carried. Again, this is a completion. This is supposed to be the spot where they lay this burden down and move forward without it. Yeah, and when they do, there's the Fool, like taking that blind leap of faith. This is like, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. Justice. This is Libra Major Arcana energy. This is the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword on that card is used to sever something that's not in balance, something that's not fair, unjust. That way things can be corrected, balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Usually when this card's here, it indicates that something unfair and unjust has occurred, or something is out of balance that needs corrected in order for things to be the way they're supposed to be. I do have the Wheel of Fortune out here in terms of like what's supposed to be. What's supposed to happen is going to happen. It's just going to happen when it's supposed to. When I look at what their most likely actions are toward you, Gemini, I get the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Wands. It's kind of odd. They played by the rules and gave me 3 for their feelings, 3 for their thoughts, and 3 for their most likely actions, but I literally got double. I think it's because there needed to be an explanation of what this wall is that they're hiding behind. This King of Swords is the chief decision maker here. This is someone who is very smart and logical and rational and reasonable, and they're usually very fair. This is a person, though, they're emotionally detached when they make their decisions. They don't consult their emotions or their intuition. They're looking strictly at what's right in front of me. What can I see? What can I verify? What's the truth? What are the facts of the matter? Let me add the numbers up and make sure your math works, and then I'll believe you. It's that kind of an energy. It's usually Aquarius or Gemini energy. It's tied to birthing something new. It's so funny. It's like this first column. It's like everybody's goal in the physical reality. It's combining together happiness, birthing something new. And these are all like, yes, yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Like, wait a minute, let me just be logical and rational about this. I don't want to get too excited. And then if we go to the top of the next column, now they're stuck in their head grinding on something and overthinking something. And probably spend a considerable amount of time overthinking something in their head, which leads us to this next most likely action, the Hanged Man. This is Pisces major arcana energy. This is progress being halted, no forward movement, things being stuck, dead standstill, stagnant. Now, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view than he would normally look at things from. And he's doing that because he's trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out, why am I stuck? How do I get this unstuck so I can move forward? I think they're stuck because they get in their head. I think that's the burden that's in their way. Once they get out of their head, once they get unstuck, we're right there at that full energy. I think that's the thing that's out of balance for them. I think that's the thing that they're fighting through right now. Yeah, and right behind that is the World, which is the ending of a cycle, and at the same time the beginning of the next cycle, starting back over at the beginning again with the Fool here. So I think the burden that this person has is they get stuck in their head and they overthink shit way too much. And that causes them to wait and wait and wait. And it's almost like ready, aim, ready, aim, ready, aim, ready, aim. And it is supposed to be ready, aim, fire, not ready, aim, and let me rethink this and ready, aim again. That's what they do, and they get themselves stuck because of that. We do have wish fulfillment, personal happiness, tied to taking this first step down a new path, and that's when they hit that wall, that barrier that's in their way, which again, every time they get to that spot of like, okay, let's birth this thing, okay, let's take the first step on this, that's when their mind gets activated and when they get themselves stuck. But it looks like they are laying this burden down, because the final card in their most likely actions is the Ace of Wands. This is a passionate new beginning and passion and desire. It is also the phallic symbol of the tarot deck, so it represents the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sexual energy, sex, things of that nature. Looking frisky here. That is what's up with your person here in February 2024, Gemini. Let's get you some advice from the universe on how to best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person. What you should do, what you should not do, kind of how you should play this so it works out in the way that's best for you in terms of what's in your own best interest. So let's get some advice here for Gemini. How should they navigate this situation, please? I think there was another one that flipped in here first. Let me see. No, I guess not. Let's get two more. What is the advice for Gemini? Thanks. Nice and easy. Bottom of the deck, underlying your advice. Judgment. This is a powerful major arcana card. This is a final decision being made here. This is like passing a final verdict in judgment on something. Usually in a relationship reading, this would be calling it dead and over with and passing judgment on it that way. It could also be resurrecting it, choosing to bring something back from the grave and transform it so it's never the same way again. Ten of Pentacles right below that. So Ten of Pentacles is already out here. It was the first card in your person's energy, Gemini. So now I'm getting it showing up in your energy. It's that Virgo energy of like combining lives together, building something stable together, building a life around each other. Usually that's like living together or getting married or going down the path toward that. There's some sort of a decision that you get to make about whether or not we're going to do this combining together or not. Hermit right underneath that, Virgo major arcana energy. Two Virgo cards in a row. This is a card of withdrawal, isolation. It's about being forced to go inside yourself to do some deep soul searching, some deep inner reflection, some deep contemplation, like taking a look inside yourself, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. So it looks like you got something to figure out here, and it's some sort of a decision. Yeah, it's decision about commitment. I have the Hierophant right under that. This is like searching your soul, trying to figure out what this means. Are you committed to this? This is being in a committed connection, like taking it to the next level, engagement, marriage, like whatever step you're at, it's going to the next one and being committed to doing that. That could be a thing that's not being talked about, because that Hermit card can sometimes represent like communication not working right, like not happening at all, like not talking, or being superficial about the talking. And what's surrounding it is Ten of Pentacles, like building a life together, and the Hierophant, commitment, and some sort of a final decision that's getting made about that. Or maybe that's what it's telling you, to make some kind of final decision there. When I look at your actual advice, Gemini, we got the Seven of Swords, the Sun, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Now that, not really what I'm hoping to see. 3 out of your 5 cards being swords. Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. This is lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something. Now, that is not the only meaning to this card. I have a hard time believing that your advice would be to lie, cheat, and steal, unless they have done something like that to you and there was some judgment passed by you regarding that. I don't see anything out here that says that's what happened. Another meaning to this card, it can be self-preservation, as in not wanting to get hurt yourself. Like, that's why the dude steals the swords in the card. He doesn't want the swords used against him. He doesn't want to get hurt, so he steals the swords to make sure nobody can hurt him. Another thing it can mean is leaving something behind, because he can't carry all the swords. He's leaving one behind here. So it can represent leaving something behind. It can even represent like a new strategy, or trying to come up with some new clever strategy or idea in order to get what you want. The Sun, again, Leo energy, happiest card in the deck. That is also out here in your person's energy. First card tied to the way they're thinking about you here. This happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Now, another thing it can mean is something having the light shined on it, something being illuminated, something that was hidden in the dark. This is the card that comes after the moon. So when something's hidden in the dark, the next step is the sun comes up and shines light into the darkness and exposes something. We could have a reminder here of, remember what you saw happen, like remember the behavior that they displayed. Like, again, I don't see anything out here that would say that's what happened. This could just as easily be telling you you need a new plan, a new strategy to get to the happiness that you want. And that looks like it has something to do with making a decision here. Central to your advice is the Six of Wands here. This is more Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. It's like either you being recognized for something, or much more likely you coming to some sort of a recognition yourself, recognizing something either about your person, about what makes you happy. You're recognizing something, and whatever you're recognizing here allows forward movement to happen. Six of Swords. I have 6, 7, and 8 of Swords in this advice. They're out of order. It goes 7, 6, 8, but I still have all of them here. This is Aquarius energy. This is about moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind you and moving forward into calm, clear waters where you've got more clarity, where you're moving forward toward what it is that you actually want. The woman with all the swords stuck in the boat can represent moving forward into the future, carrying some sort of a burden into the future with you. Or it can also represent carrying a lesson forward into the future with you. And there's kind of the implied choice of this card. This would indicate that something painful has happened. The card, this is the card after the Five of Swords, a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event, oftentimes a betrayal. This would be like moving away from that painful thing, leaving it behind, and moving forward into your future, but having that choice. Like, you can't do anything about the painful thing. It's already happened, but your choice is about what do I do moving forward? Do I carry the burden that pain caused into my future with me? Or do I carry the lessons that pain taught me into my future with me so that nothing like that happens again? Your person definitely has some kind of a wall. And that wall is about protecting themselves so they don't get hurt again. But it's kind of odd now that I'm looking at it that way. They could be protecting themselves from getting hurt by passion, desire, sexual energy. And it's almost like common sense telling them in a way that, like, whoa, chill out a minute, dude. Don't get hurt. I'm wondering if that's what's got them stuck in their head. Maybe at some point in the past, someone hurt them. And that's what this is talking about. Like you seeing and recognizing that they've dealt with some treachery in the past and got hurt. And they're trying to move forward and leave that stuff behind. But there's some burdens that did get carried forward. I saw it over and over again. It's still sitting here on the bottom of the deck, that heavy burden being carried, possibly related to starting something new and having that blind faith in it because something unfair and unjust happened at some point. It could be that they're dealing with something difficult here. Eight of Swords, we've already seen that in their energy. It's that Gemini energy of being stuck in their head grinding on something, but this is supposed to be for you. It could be just a message pointing out, here's what's happened to them. Make sure you recognize that and understand that moving forward here. It's possible that sometimes they put that wall up and you don't know what to make of it and you're not sure why they're putting that wall up. And if that's the case, this is explaining why. They get stuck in their head overthinking something a lot because they don't want to make a mistake and get themselves hurt. That's the plenty of different cards out here indicating they've been hurt and don't want to do that again. So this could be also telling you to come up with a new strategy to get to your happiness. There's something that you recognize that allows you to move away from some painful thing that maybe you've been overthinking. And like I said, it could be a case their wall comes up. They don't express themselves like the way that you would probably be accustomed to that. And then you start attaching different meanings in it or trying to. What does that mean? Well, what does that mean? And if that's true, then what about this? And like you drive yourself nuts. It could be that. It could be that. But it definitely looks like you have some sort of a decision on your hands. Probably going to have to do some deep inner reflection about that. Said Hierophant, about commitment, about taking things to the next level, about combining together lives with someone. There's the Star, hope, healing, having the hope things can be healed. Queen of Cups under that, intuition guiding you, in touch with your love and emotions. There's probably an element of you not wanting to get hurt here as well, though. Queen of Cups has her hand on top of the cup because she's trying to protect her emotions. Looking like you got a decision here to make soon, and it looks like they're going to be communicating with you whenever they get done going through their cycle of like running the simulation in their head over and over again, trying to figure out the best way to do it, when to do it, and coming up with logical, rational reasons to stop and not do it. Eventually, they get themselves past that wall, and then looks like they're likely to try to start a new beginning with you. I don't know if they're ever going to express what they want and how they feel, but there it is anyway. They can't hide that. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Gemini love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.